There was no logical reason in boxing terms that a fight between two guys past their primes should have counted for so much. But because fans thought it did, because this fight had been building for a number of years, then it really carried a lot of weight.
Right hand. You can't take that from right hand from Lewis, and Tyson goes down.
They were both past their primes. They weren't supposed to matter anymore. Yet when Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson finally stepped into the same ring, the world held its breath. Because this wasn't just a fight. It was the collapse of a myth and the rise of a true heavyweight king. Tonight, we step back into the chaos, the madness, and the 8 brutal rounds that ended one era and crowned another.
Looking for the Tyson who fought McNeely and Mathis. Here's a combination uppercut by Tyson. Tyson laying it on, pouring it on. Down goes Bruno.
By the early 2000s, Mike Tyson was no longer the monster who terrorized the division. His speed had faded, his discipline was gone, and the storm inside him had only grown darker.
Are you going to be more diplomatic in the future? Are you going to lose some of this anger?
I need respect. If you show me respect and stop writing trashy articles about me, then I'll show you respect. I'm a man. Listen, I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid to waste my life, because when I die, I'm going to paradise.
Prison sentences, suspensions, bankruptcies, the infamous bite.
What happened here?
He got bit, I think.
Evander Holyfield, look out, he's pushed right here, above us.
You can see it. There it is.
Tyson wasn't fighting for titles anymore. He was fighting for control over himself.
Held back.
And the fight with Botha, Botha kept, messing with him. So, hey, I'm going to break his arm.
Stop it. Hey, Mike.
When they asked him at the press conference, did you try to break his arm? Yeah, I tried to break his arm, so what about it?
And then he's in against Lou Savarese, and Savarese is out. And the next thing you know, he's pounding him anyway. The referee's down, and he's just sitting there saying, this is like a 5-alarm fire here. This guy's having a lot of trouble controlling himself.
I'm sorry, he didn't hear John Coyle.
It was just watching a man reduced to his rage.
I wish one of your guys had children, if I could kick them in the head or stomp on their testicles, so you could feel my pain, because that's the pain I had waking up every day.
We all seem to need a threat from outside, the other, who is dangerous and who can hurt us. And we need the champion who can save us from that.
Lennox Lewis is in total command now. Not enough lubrication there, you need Vaseline.
Lennox Lewis. He was the opposite. Cold precision, technical mastery, the product of years under Emanuel Steward. A fighter built from discipline, not chaos.
Because Lennox has a British accent, the notion persisted throughout his career that he was somehow more civilized than Mike, and therefore he wouldn't be the same kind of destructive force.
Left hook by Lewis. Galana goes down.
He'd fallen, risen. Avenged his losses. Unified the division.
I want Tyson. Definitely want Tyson,
And now stood as the final test for anyone daring to claim greatness.
I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
These were two men moving in different directions. One climbing toward his legacy. One running from the ruins of his own.
I'm the best there is, I'm on top of the food chain, baby, and in fact, Mike Tyson should be fearful of me.
And somehow, destiny forced them onto the same path. A path that exploded in front of cameras on January 22nd, 2002, when a simple press conference instantly turned into a street fight.
So you shouldn't talk anymore. Unless you want to,
Now for something completely different. Circus and boxing. No, there's no Barnum and Bailey this time around. Just Lewis and Tyson. The two are supposed to share the Hudson Theater stage in New York City.
January 22, 2002, Hudson Theater, New York City. A stage built for microphones and polite statements, turned in seconds into a battlefield. Mike Tyson walked out first. Black clothes, black hat, that restless energy flickering behind his eyes, the same energy that once ended fights before the bell even rang.
I said to a guy in our entourage, he looks pretty mean there. I mean, he just looks mad.
And the moment Lewis appeared, Tyson snapped. Both camps crashed into each other in a knot of fists, screams, and broken professionalism. Cameras shook. People dove for cover. This wasn't a promotional event. This was a riot wearing suits. In the middle of the pile, Tyson didn't just swing, he bit.
You see, look at there's Tyson there. You see, look. You see what I'm saying? Look what he's doing. Look, he's putting lettuce. You see what I'm saying? Look at that.
Yes, again. This time sinking his teeth into Lennox Lewis's leg.
Somebody was biting my leg. I'm like pushing the head, realizing, Tyson's biting my leg. I hate getting bit.
The president of the WBC, Jose Sulaiman, was knocked out cold when his head slammed into a table. And when the chaos finally stopped, Tyson walked toward the edge of the stage, grabbed his crotch, and unleashed a profanity-laced tirade at the crowd.
Oh, anybody in here can with this. This is the ultimate, man. You hoe. Come and say in my face, you for everybody. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white. Scared of the real man. I'll you till you love me, faggot.
It became the boxing world's most famous meltdown. The Ring magazine named it Event of the Year. Promoters called it a nightmare. Fans called it a preview. One thing was certain. This fight was no longer about belts. It was about pride, hatred, and a decade of unfinished business.
Mike Tyson bit me. All he did was help me prepare for him because I don't like getting bit. And you could say he draw the first blood, and then I'm going to draw the second blood.
But the consequences were immediate. Nevada refused to license Tyson. Other states wanted no part of this chaos.
When Nevada turns you down, a place where prostitution's legal, it's a little tough to find some place to go with this fight at that point.
And suddenly, the biggest fight in the world had nowhere to exist. Until Memphis stepped forward, a city willing to pay $12 million to host a storm. The days leading into June 8th felt tense in a way boxing hadn't seen for years. Memphis transformed overnight. Police tripled. Hotels became fortresses. Every corridor, every elevator, every exit was monitored. Not because fans were dangerous, but because no one could predict what Mike Tyson might do.
Let all the British fans know, especially my fans in Brixton, that I won't let them down, and I'll give you the best that I have.
Even the weigh-in was split into two separate rooms, 2 sessions, 2 crowds. Nobody was willing to risk Tyson and Lewis standing face-to-face again before fight night.
He let the dog out at the press conference, but hopefully he'll keep the dog in when we step into the ring.
Fight night came fast. The arena was packed, restless, waiting for a decade-old question to finally be answered.
Mike was known for the intensity of his persona on fight night, the electric crackle that seemed to be going through his body and his brain as he approached the ring, and the Mike Tyson in Memphis seemed docile.
2 legends stepped forward, one at the end of his climb, one at the end of his fall. And when the bell rang, the illusion of what Tyson once was met the reality of what Lewis had become.
As Tyson's late trainer Quasimodo had predicted them well, Lewis and Mike Tyson for the heavyweight championship of the world.
The first round was the only moment when the world allowed itself to believe in a miracle. Tyson came out like it was the old days. He dipped forward, snapped a jab, crashed inside, right to the body, left to the ribs. Lewis answered with uppercuts, but Mike finally reached the head and cracked him with a left hook on the jaw.
Lewis
But the fact remained. Round 1, Tyson's.
You're out the fight. Lewis. Landed not what you want to see.
But from round 2 on, the fairy tale ends. The textbook begins. Lewis does exactly what Emanuel Steward rebuilt him to do. He turns the fight into a geometry lesson. Every time Mike tries to close the distance, he runs into a spear of a left hand, and sometimes a short right over the top.
And delivers another one body punch.
By round 3, Tyson's face shows the first signs of damage. He tries to bull in, tries the left hook. Sometimes he lands, but the exchanges are no longer equal.
He can get that right hand down there low and make it sound he's coming on top with it sooner or later.
Ronnie Shields told Tyson to make it an ugly fight.
This could cause some problem with the referee, and I'm telling you.
Lewis opens a cut over Tyson's right eye. Blood becomes another enemy for a man already needing a miracle.
This starts working on the back when a guy keeps leaning on you. Whoa! Music by Tyson. Tyson comes up with his left foot. And right through.
Round 4 exposes the era gap completely. Tyson bursts forward again at the bell, but now his steps sink into the jab.
Is getting spanked by Lennox Lewis, but he is always dangerous.
See how he has the fight scored through 3.
Okay, Fred, 29-28, 2 rounds to 1.
Tyson's face starts to swell. You can't hide from a jab like Lewis's. It's a sledgehammer that snaps the head back every time. And the scariest part? Mike throws less and less in return.
And we see less bobbing and weaving. Pushing Tyson back, leaning on Tyson. And right now, firing that right cross. Lennox Lewis has been holding too much.
George, he's also been punching the crap out of him.
On paper, it's a 10-8 round for Tyson. In reality, everyone watching sees the truth. Physically, Mike can't keep up anymore. Lewis meets him twice, then drops a right hand that sends Mike to the canvas.
And slow Tyson is, he is a dangerous puncher.
Lewis leads on Tyson.
The referee rules it a slip, and to top it off, deducts a point from Lewis for pushing.
With a right hand, Tyson goes down, but Eddie Cotton says no knockdown. The force of Lewis.
Rounds 5 and 6 are slow drowning. Cotton warns Lewis again not to push, but Lennox has fully measured the distance now. His 84-inch reach becomes a verdict. He throws the jab not as a setup, but as the primary weapon of destruction.
Leaning on his head again, 5% in the 4th round. Tyson 5 of 27. Tyson is just hoping for one. He blocked that uppercut.
Tyson's lowering his head. Tyson looks worn out.
He is.
And tired.
He is.
Tyson is still dangerous by instinct, trying to burst in, trying the right hand. Sometimes he clips Lewis, enough to raise a small swelling under Lennox's left eye. But that's the only real sign that Tyson is doing anything at all.
Tyson is hurt. Better do something. Lewis, another strong overhead right. Okay, stop pushing, stop pushing. Good corner. Now Tyson should take a round off now. Let this guy move into him a little bit. You don't.
By the end of round 6, Tyson has 2 cuts above both eyes and blood from his nose. He's breathing heavy, his legs slow. The man who once erased opponents in 90 seconds is now becoming a target.
Over the last 5 years, the lack of stamina.
Now you slice, Tyson slows down. Don't charge him, just slow down. Keep your head moving. Get your win.
CompuBox shows Lewis landing nearly 3 times as much. But even without numbers, the truth is visible. One man is still the heavyweight champion of the world. The other is just the name on the poster.
It's all Lewis.
Let's bring in Harold Letterman to see how he has the fight score.
Okay, Fred. All I gave was to Mike Tyson was round 1.
Round 7 isn't competition anymore. It's a demonstration. Lewis doesn't rush.
Knockdown, so it becomes 10-9. Since he took away a point from Lennox, it becomes 9-9, which is what...
At one point, he knocks Tyson off balance with a crushing right. Mike barely stays upright.
Lewis keeps that up. That fight is gone.
Lewis sizing up Tyson.
The referee, no matter how many times he pushes him away, he just doesn't have the power now. Remember, Tyson has not been able to land one straight right hand yet.
The gap in class stops being a discussion. The punches say everything. 31-4 in favor of Lewis. Tyson is still standing, but only on inertia, not threat. And the air is filled with one feeling. The end is close.
Thinking now as they
want to throw the towel in myself.
Round 8. Tyson rises from the stool with empty eyes. He walks forward out of habit.
Mike Tyson highly motivated to come into this fight, hoping that this fight would redeem not only his career.
Lewis, like a predator smelling blood, moves in.
Tyson landing just 4 punches, throwing only 17.
Tyson told his corner he'd had enough.
Mike Tyson's stock is falling faster than Enron.
Good right hand by Mike Tyson.
In the fight on his stool.
He starts by piercing Tyson again with sharp combinations, driving him back to the ropes.
Lennox Lewis trying to finish off Mike Tyson.
Then a right uppercut shakes Mike to the core. He drops to a knee but doesn't fall. The first knockdown.
That's the 7th round. Lennox Lewis tripling Mike Tyson.
He's called it a knockdown.
His eyes are cloudy, but the heart refuses to quit. Lewis doesn't wait anymore. He steps in, shifts his weight, and detonates a right hand over the top.
Touch the canvas.
Oh, he's doing a good job. He's got heart. You can't take that from him.
Big right hand from Lewis, and Tyson goes down for the 3rd time in his career.
The kind of punch that echoes all the way to the cheap seats.
It doesn't require that kind of maniacal conditioning.
He looks unplugged from reality. Seconds pass, but there's no attempt to rise. At 2:25, the referee ends it.
The undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Lennox Lewis remains the undisputed king. Mike Tyson stops being a threat and becomes only a legend. After the fight, something happens no one expected. No rage, no outbursts. Tyson walks up to the microphone and says,
And again, he was just splendid, a masterful boxer. I take my hand off to you.
It sounds like a man admitting defeat not just in a fight, but in time. Lewis, calm as always, explains that he wanted to prove he was the best heavyweight in the world.
I just wanted to prove to people that, I'm the best fighter in the world, on the planet. No guy tests this man.
And he did. This isn't a rivalry anymore. It's a passing of the torch, retroactively. Tyson held the world by the throat in the 80s. Lewis ended that era in 2002. Their paths split after that. Lewis fights one more massive battle against Vitaly Klitschko, wins through doctor stoppage, and retires as champion, never beaten for the belt in the ring.
He's loading up an awful lot.
Is Klitschko prepared to go through the pain barrier?
Tyson falls further, loss to Danny Williams, quitting against Kevin McBride, bankruptcy, exhibition fights to recover money, a career unraveling after Memphis. The Lewis knockout becomes the symbol of the moment the Iron Myth finally broke. Lewis-Tyson, a fight that came too late for one man and right on time for the other. A knockout the ring called the best of 2002. A turning point that handed the heavyweight division to the next generation, the Klitschko brothers and everyone who followed. But one question still hangs in the air. What if this fight had happened 10 years earlier? Prime Lewis versus Prime Tyson, giant versus monster. We'll never know. And maybe that's why the world still rewatches that 8th round from Memphis, the final scene where a legend falls and reality stands over him with its hand raised.